You've prepped, you've pitched, you've had positive investor meetings, but before the funds hit your account, there's one final phase of fundraising: closing your round. From preparing for diligence to reviewing term sheets and modeling ownership scenarios, your attention to detail during closing can make or break your fundraise. This is part 4 of our Ultimate Pitch Guide series. Let's talk about how to close your round with confidence. And if you want more practical fundraising advice, be sure to subscribe. First, get ready for diligence. While you may have delivered the perfect pitch, an investor's ultimate decision comes down to the fine print, the legal context that governs your corporate structure, stakeholder economics, and control provisions. Make sure your company has a clean bill of health. That means organized legal documents in a clean data room. Here's what to prepare: certificate of incorporation and bylaws, aka company formation docs, your cap table including all safes and option grants, IP assignment agreements for all employees and contractors, IRS 83B election filings for any vesting equity, and contracts with vendors, customers, and service providers. Founders sometimes overlook keeping third-party agreements well documented. Investors want to see signed contracts for all outside vendors, major customers, and contractors. Loose or missing agreements can raise concerns. Pro tip: if you're about to receive a term sheet but haven't issued employee equity yet, ask the investor to leave the valuation blank until you finish your 409A and grants. A term sheet can instantly change your valuation and complicate option grants. Now, here's what to do when you receive a term sheet. Investors often put pressure on you to sign quickly, but be sure to read through everything in detail. A term sheet isn't just about the headline valuation. It should include details on governance, future financing rights, and control structure. Get counsel involved early. Try to get in as many details included upfront so you're not negotiating material items later when it's harder to push back. Key terms to watch: valuation, whether it's pre or post money; the option pool, which often comes out of your equity, not the investors; board composition. Be cautious about giving away board seats prematurely; protected provisions, which give investors veto rights over major decisions; and legal fees, which you'll typically cover a portion of for the lead investor. Negotiation tip: if you're running a competitive process, prepare your own term sheet with blank fields and offer it as the baseline. This way, you're setting terms you feel good about, rather than leaving the door open for investors to issue a joint term sheet with less founder-friendly terms. Let's get a bit more into the weeds and talk about safes versus equity rounds. Safes are a common instrument for early-stage capital, as they're fast, flexible, and don't require issuing stock immediately. If you're raising on a safe, no major cap table updates or board consent is needed at closing, but watch for side letters, which can include pro rata rates, information rights, board observer seats, or MFN clauses. At the seed stage, try not to dilute yourself by more than 15%. If you're raising a price equity round, it's more involved. Your legal counsel will draft full investment documents. This takes 2 to 4 weeks. You'll need a formal board vote, updated 409A valuation, and cap table management to reflect new shareholders. And once you've issued preferred stock, those investors gain protective provisions. You'll need their sign-off on major decisions going forward. Don't forget to manage your cap table carefully, especially with safes. Cap table complexity compounds quickly when you have multiple safes with different valuation caps, discounts, or MFNs. Before your next price round, model out the post-money cap table showing how each safe converts. Group safes by terms. Prepare investors for who's already in the company. Messy cap tables can kill deals. If you raise too much at low valuation early on, you could end up with founders owning less than 50% post-Series A, making later rounds difficult. Once legal docs are signed and funds are wired, you've officially closed your round. Congrats, this is a big achievement, but your relationship with investors is just beginning. Here's your housekeeping checklist. Send thank you notes to new investors, update your investor tracker, clean up your data room with final versions of signed docs, and kick off post-close ops like updating your board and finalizing your 409A. If investors pass but want to stay in touch, add them to your update list. Warm prospects often convert in future rounds. Closing a round takes attention to detail. but following a process helps you cross the finish line and kick off new investor relationships on the right foot. Check the description for more resources on fundraising and closing. This wraps up our 4-part Ultimate Pitch Guide series. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future content.